Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Like my videos and subscribe to my channel. Don't be a jabroni. Today, I'm going to be making homemade spaghetti sauce. But before we get into that, I'm going to grill up some Italian sausages so I have something I can serve along with the spaghetti when I make spaghetti. So right here I got 5 Italian sausages. I'm going to throw them on the grill. I'm going to get them grilled up, and then we're going to start on the spaghetti sauce. Alright, I just put them sausages on. They're mild Italian sausages. I got a couple pork chops over there too, that's for something. I just flipped them babies over. Okay, they've been on for about 10 minutes approximately. I'm going to move them over to this side and just let them bake on indirect heat. Alright, guys, these Italian sausages are done off of the grill. Now we're going to get working on the sauce. Okay, we're going to get started on this sauce. Excuse me. The first thing I'm going to get done is I got 3 pounds of ground beef. It's a 73-27 blend, so we're going to have to drain off the grease. A lot of times when I make spaghetti, I'll use 2 pounds of ground beef and 1 pound of like ground up mild Italian sausage. But I couldn't find any of the sausage yesterday. I went to 2 different stores and neither one of them had it. So I just said, screw it. I'll just use hamburger this time. So we're just going to get that browned up for right now. And I got my crock pot out. I got 3 cans of these stewed tomatoes, 2 cans of diced tomatoes with no salt added, and 1 can of diced tomatoes that's basil, garlic, and oregano. And if that isn't enough, in the fridge I got some 100% tomato juice I can add in. And I also got some cans of tomato paste if I need to use that to thicken it up. But it'll be a problem. Sorry about that. I forgot to turn it off. You heard the can opener going. Okay, well guys, we got all 6 of those cans dumped in this crock pot. And as you can see, it's about halfway full right now. But by the time we get the hamburger in there, I'm also going to be chopping up 3 bell peppers and 2 sweet onions and adding it in. We'll see how much room we got left, and then we'll add some of that tomato juice in probably. When I get this ground beef broke up a little bit, I'm going to add some garlic and salt and pepper to it. I just did that. I added garlic, 2 teaspoons full of minced garlic, salt and pepper, and I put some Italian seasoning in there too. And we're going to get that all cooked up and browned up, and then we're going to dump it in the crock pot. While we're waiting on that hamburger meat to get browned, I want to start dumping some seasonings in here. So I'm going to start with a couple more scoops of this minced garlic. I like a lot of garlic, so it's hard for me to overdo it. I'm going to put 2 in there right now, and then I'm going to add some garlic powder, some salt and pepper, and some Italian seasoning. And then I got like a couple other things I'm going to put in there too. I got to grab them. Okay, the salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, garlic, and garlic powder's in there. I also got some of these crushed red pepper packets. This is from Domino's. It's probably got about half of a packet in there. I'm going to add a little bit in. I don't want to overdo it though. I just sprinkled a few flakes in there. I didn't put much in because other people might be eating it and they might not like it as spicy as I do. And I can add it in to my own personal bowl whenever I'm. And now I got this Zap Pack. These things are from Little Caesars. They're a blend of spices. If you can see, salt, sugar, garlic, onion powder, red and green bell peppers. I don't know why, but I love these spices. I'm going to put this packet in there too and add it in with those other seasonings. Now we're going to give it a good stir. And after it cooks for a couple hours, I'll give it a taste test and see if I need to add in any more seasonings or not. I always like to start small and then work my way up, because you can always add more in, but you can't take any out. And I got one more thing I'm going to put in right now. This is cocaine. No, I'm just kidding. It's sugar. I'm just going to put like a little scoop of sugar in there. I learned that when you just put a little bit in there, it kind of cuts the bitterness of the tomato sauce, because sometimes tomato sauce can have like a bitter flavor in it. So we're going to get that scooped in. Now we're just waiting for the hamburger. It's just about there. I'm not cooking it all the way through. I'm just browning it because I'm going to put it in the crock pot, and it's going to be able to cook some more in the crock pot. I just went ahead and added a little bit more of that Italian seasoning in there. I could just kind of tell by eyeballing it that it needed a little extra. As you can see, this 73 blend has a lot of grease in it once you cook it, which I use this for like tacos or spaghetti sauce. It's good for, making meals with. I've even made like beef and rice with it. I wouldn't recommend making hamburgers with 73 blend. You want at least like 80 on that, because it's just too much grease and fat. But when you cook it in the pan like this, you can dump the grease out and get rid of it, which is what we're going to do right now, because it has reached the point where it's just now getting to the point where it's brown. It's not overcooked, but it's done enough that we can drain it and put it in the crock pot. You can see all that grease in there though. That's nasty. You don't want to put that in your crock pot. Look at all that grease that drained out of there. Woo, that's a lot. All right. In the sauce we go, baby. This is a meat sauce, and I like a lot of meat in the sauce. Now it is really thick right now, so that tomato juice is going to come in handy. It's going to work out perfect. I'm going to go ahead and dump some in right now. I may not even need any of that tomato paste. I'm going to leave a little bit of room in here because we still got peppers and onions that are going to go in. That's going to be the last thing. But I used about half of that tomato juice right now. Let's get those peppers and onions in there, and then we'll see where we're at. And I got 2 packs of these mushrooms too. We got to have room for them to go in there. We're already going to be cutting it close. I got a pan right here with some olive oil in it. Right here is 3 bell peppers and 2 sweet onions. We're going to get those sauteed, and I'm not cooking them all the way through, but I want to get them like softened up. I want to get them cooked about halfway through. Then we're going to dump them in the pan. I might add some minced garlic in with them too. I gave it a shot of minced garlic and some salt and pepper. We're just going to get this all mixed up so the oil gets all over the veggies, and we're going to get them softened up and cooked about halfway through. And then we're going to dump them in the crock pot with the rest of the sauce, and we'll be off and running. All right, as you can see, those peppers and onions are softened up. They're cooked about halfway through. Now we're just going to dump them in the crock pot. We're going to get those stirred up in there. I think I'm going to add some more of this tomato juice and top it off. I want to leave a little bit of room because we still got to put mushrooms in there. So hopefully we got enough space left. And hopefully this starts cooking down. It's not going to go down in the crock pot to a lower level, but I'm saying hopefully it'll like cook down and it won't be as thick, because it's pretty thick right now. But I think after it cooks on high for 4 or 5 hours, it'll be a little bit better consistency. It'll be perfect to put on top of some, I got some angel hair pasta I'm gonna eat. I like angel hair pasta personally. That's my favorite, so that's what I'm using for this. And then I'm not going to be able to use all of that sauce. I mean, I'm going to eat spaghetti for several nights, but I'm going to probably take some and freeze it, and then I'm going to use it to make like I think I might try to make like pizzas or meatball subs, or maybe even both, with like some of the leftover sauce that I end up freezing. So we're going to get this lid back on and check back in about 4 hours. It might have to go 6 or 7. I don't know. We're just going to have to play it by ear. But I'm gonna wait and put the mushrooms in until like maybe when there's like 1 hour left. If I even have room for them, we'll see. But you don't want to put the mushrooms in too early because they'll get mushy really fast. So usually like 1 hour before it's done, I'll put them in at the end. Well, folks, it's been approximately 4 or 5 hours, something like that. I don't know. I lost track. I can't remember when I put it on. But it's time to put the mushrooms in. I got those 2 whole containers right here in the colander. I rinsed them off. This is what the spaghetti sauce is looking like right now. I had to take some of it out though because it was too full. It was overflowing onto the countertop. So I put some of it in this little pot right here. I made some extra space in here. I'm gonna dump the mushrooms in. I'll put some of them in here too, and then I'm gonna just let this simmer on the stove. It's on like a medium low right now. So it'll continue, both of them will continue cooking. But let's go ahead and get these mushrooms in here. I'm gonna put some in here. Right there, that's probably good. Just dump the rest in the pot. All right, I'm gonna get these babies stirred up. And then probably in about another hour and a half, I'm gonna be eating this stuff. I still gotta make the noodles though. But that's the easy part. We're almost to the finish line. Oh, I also just dumped the rest of that tomato juice in, a little bit in each one. There wasn't that much left. And I'm gonna put me some tomato paste in too to thicken it a little bit. It's a little bit runny. I think the tomato paste will make it nice and give it a nicer consistency. So I'm gonna put a little bit in each one. I mean more in the bigger one than the little one, obviously. So I actually just gave it a taste test. I took out a little bit and let it cool down and gave it a try. And it still kind of tasted a little bit bland and a little bit bitter too. So I put some more sugar in it, just about the same amount as I had put in before. And then I also put some more salt and pepper, another Zap Pack, a little bit more Italian seasoning, and some more garlic powder. And I mixed it all up. I'm gonna let it cook like that for about another hour, and then we'll see where we're at. Okay, guys, it's been about 6.5 hours. Let's take a peek. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I made angel hair pasta to go along with the sauce. Let's get us a good scoop, maybe 2. Oh yeah, that's gonna at least take another half of a scoop. That's what I'm talking about right there. I also got some of this Italian style blend. It's got mozzarella, provolone, parmesan, romano, and asiago. That's going right on top too. Just like that. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking. If you watched the other day, I made some of these Italian sausages on the grill too, so I could have them to go along with my spaghetti, just like at the Olive Garden. But you can't get this at the Olive Garden, I guarantee you. Let's go ahead and see what's up. Excuse me. It's pretty hot. Oh yeah. I'm gonna pause it real quick, put a little bit more sauce. A little bit of extra sauce and a little bit of extra cheese never hurt anybody. Whew, that first bite was off the chain. Mmm. Oh yeah. Good Lord. Yeah, you definitely can't get that at the Olive Garden. Wowzer. Let's see what's up with these sausages. Oh yeah. Well, it's hot, but it's good. Oh! I should have been an Italian. Wow. Well, guys, I'm about to enjoy the rest of this. Thanks for watching.